Hey, you guys, what's up? It is Blind Eye, and I am back, baby. Back, new and improved, new logo, new music intro, and we've got a lot to talk about. So, first, I'm going to give you all the rundown where I've been, what I've been doing, some life updates, and then we're going to get into the main topics, which are my first time going to a real legit Monster Jam show at a big arena, which was awesome. And then we're going to talk about what happened right after that. I got the damn flu A shit. So there's a lot to talk about with that. And then I'm going to end the episode on the coolest topic ever. We finally got a trailer for Twisted Metal Season 2. So like I said, there's a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss. So you know the drill. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. All right, you guys. What's going on? I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. Hopefully I can change that now that I got the podcast equipment. So, real quick before we get into all the other main topics, I gotta give you all the rundown of what I've been doing. So, we're just gonna start here. Let's see what I have written down. We're gonna start back in August, September. Yeah, September. So September, my grandma moved in. So she is now living with us. And it's great. It's so funny. Like she she watched her room is right next to mine now. It used to be my stepdad's office, but we'll get into that in a minute. But my grandma, she's awesome. I had no idea that she was into like Godzilla and King Kong, because all I hear coming from her room is classic like Godzilla from back in the day, like the Japanese black and white thing, dude. I hear the same music cues, the same sounds of Godzilla roaring, and then like a couple hours later it'll go by and she'll have something else on, like a true crime documentary thing, because she watches those, dude, just like my mom does. And then I'll hear Godzilla again, but it'll be Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, which I still haven't seen. I need to watch it. But yeah, it's so funny that she just like has Godzilla. Like she's told me like she doesn't really watch it. Like she's seen it a million times, but she just has it on in the background while she's like reading or doing something else, or crossword puzzles or whatever, word search. So yeah, there's that. So right when she moves in, around the end of September, the hurricane came. I can't remember. No, it was two of them. That's right. So the first one comes in, we got lucky, right? So that one happens. That was like a month prior, I think. Or was it two? I don't remember. But anyway, so this one hurricane comes at the end of September. I can't remember the name, but it knocks out our power. And Grandma had just moved in. My stepdad's working on getting his office out in the backyard, which it's there now. He's got his like own little structure back there, own little building, a little room, which is cool. Kind of jealous. I kind of want one. But I like my room. My room's nice. So he's got that going on. So he's doing his thing. And, at the time, his wasn't even like, he had to do like a bunch of stuff on the inside. So the building was back there. He just had to do a bunch of stuff on the inside. But anyway, this hurricane comes through. Now, right at the end of September, beginning of October. So I think we got hit with two of them. But October comes and this hurricane's coming through. Big, massive hurricanes coming through. And we're supposed to be leaving for the weekend to go to my cousin's birthday party up in the Panhandle. Like they had rented out this big ass house, mansion, whatever, and it was cool. And we actually had to miss out on like a day or two of it because of the hurricane coming through, and my grandma wasn't going to go, and we obviously didn't want to leave her here without any power. Of course she was like, no, I'll be all right, I'll be fine, but we didn't want to do that. So we missed out on a couple of days of the trip, but that's fine. We still went. We still had a great time. It was fun. And so there's that trip. And then this, like, beginning of October, obviously, can't forget about Horror Nights. I might just plop that in here now. Anyway, Horror Nights happened in September. We went in September. Me and Mom did. It was amazing. Express Pass. The theme was kind of out there. They should have just stuck to one coherent, cohesive thing instead of trying to do a bunch of stuff at the same time. It was just all jumbled around and confusing. I feel like the icons of Sinister and Surreal were just kind of plopped there, like half-assed. They either should have made it all about them, or they should have made it all about the punk rock skeleton theme. Like they should have done one or the other. Anyway, so there's that real quick. And so November comes, and we got another trip planned. But this is like a big, long, like 2-week trip. So November comes, and we go up to New York, upstate New York, where I grew up, to go see family because my cousin just had a baby, so we wanted to go see the baby. And then we also made a trip to New Jersey for my stepdad, since his dad lives over there, so we went and stopped over there, for a few days, and headed on back. That was a fun trip. Let's see. Then we get to December, obviously the big month because we got my birthday. So I got some good stuff for my birthday. The big thing, which is going to lead into the next topic, my cake. First of all, my mom knows what the hell she's doing. She rocks it. She kills it with these cakes every year. She goes all out on the cake, does some badass stuff with the cake. And this year she did the previous Blind Eye logo. We'll get into that in a minute too. Yeah. The cake looked just like the logo, and what she did, she took sugar and made it like chunks and points of pieces of glass, like jagged, ragged pieces of glass, and put it right inside the eye logo with a film strip all around it. It looks sick. It was so cool. There was blood all over. I'm like, yeah, buddy, she knows what she's doing. And the big birthday present, the last one that I got was I opened this box, and it says, guess where we're going, when I opened up the box. And I was like, ooh, what is that? And you lift up the paper, and it was a picture of Gravedigger. And I'm like, yo, no way. We're going to a real legit Monster Jam theme show at a big arena. I've always wanted to see that, and I never got to see that. I was just seeing it through like TV and, videos on YouTube and DVDs back in the day and whatnot. And we've always done like the smaller arena shows, especially growing up in upstate New York. We went to the Blue Cross Arena, the War Memorial, whatever they call it now, unless it's changed again. But we always went to those shows, and they were small arena shows. So this was the first time seeing a big Mac Daddy arena show, but we're going to get into that. I'm already jumping ahead here. So that was my birthday. And then Christmas comes, because don't worry, this is going to tie into the equipment now. So last year for Christmas 2023, I got this boom arm, this microphone, and the headphones. It came as like a set. The only thing that I did not have to use this stuff properly was a mixer. So for Christmas 2023, remember, I got the boom arm, the mic, and the headphones. Christmas 2024, I got the mixer to match because I wanted to get the right one. I didn't want to spend $50 on a cheap thing that was going to break or whatever. I wanted to get the real thing. So I waited, and I got it. And that's what we are finally recording these podcast episodes on now, from now on till forever. Right here. We're rocking this. And if anyone wants to know what the actual equipment is, I'll have to look that up. I should have done the research, but I didn't because I'm just blabbing right now. So, so now the podcast stuff will be way better. You're going to get higher quality, hopefully. I mean, I'm like, this is the first time I'm using it as like this is the big thing I've been wanting to do with this. It was supposed to be out weeks ago, but we'll get into that's the reason why in a minute. So, yeah. I got the mixer, so this is how we're going to be making these podcast videos. I'm not going to be using my iPad with the corded headphones with the little microphone on it. No, we're not doing that. We're doing it the right way now. But yeah, so forgive me if you're hearing a bunch of that. Sorry. But I'm working on like distancing and how, like, where to put this microphone. You see what I mean? I don't know. Still learning here. Anyway, also what I got for Christmas is my big thing. I got the mixer, which is what I wanted, and then I was not expecting this. I got the PlayStation Portal. Say what you will about that thing, but I freaking love the damn thing, okay? You got remote play on your PS5 as long as it's in rest mode. You can take it wherever and, connect it to Wi-Fi. I got the PS5 hardwired Ethernet. Finally got that in my room. Got the router and the modem all up in my room. So now I just stay hardwired into it, into the PS5 and all that stuff now, which is cool. So, yeah, PlayStation Portal is just so good. The remote play on the PS5, I haven't had any issues. Sometimes it just disconnects for whatever reason, but you just restart the portal and you're good. And then you got cloud streaming, which, oh my God, there's so many games on there, which is just broadens up the library and makes your backlog list even longer. But it's cool because there's some games where I'm like, I don't feel like downloading that, but if I just want to play it for a bit, boom, go to cloud streaming on the portal. As long as that game's still there, you're good. Yeah, I love the portal. I've been playing it, been rocking it. I love it. Like if I need to watch the dog or something, or if I just want to chill out there, I got the portal, let's go. So, yeah, that's the quick rundown of what's been going on, just little stuff. But now it's time to get into the big topics. Up first, this is Monster Jam. Let's do it. All right, you guys, let's get right into this. The first official topic of the Blind Eye Podcast, new reboot, whatever I'm going to call this, whatever this is. Anyway, we're going to jump right into the first topic. Let's go. Monster Jam. So, this is the first time I finally got to see a real legit Monster Jam monster truck show in a big Mac Daddy arena. I've always wanted to see it. The thing that would top this, World Finals. That's where I want to go one day, wherever it's at. I want to go see the World Finals because that's where they go all out. They go crazy, and that's where everything is on the line for them. It's like the big kahuna. So one day that'll happen, I'm sure. But yeah, this was so freaking cool. We got the pit party passes. We got good seats. This was the Tampa show. This is February 1st, 2025, Tampa, Raymond James Stadium. And it was so much fun. Pit party got pictures with the trucks. There was 2 lines I didn't know. There was 2 lines. One line was to just get a picture with a truck, and then the other line, which was the longer, slower moving line, was the one to meet the drivers. I should have met at least Ryan Anderson, who drives Son of a Digger. I would have loved to meet him, but it was just like, we're kind of crunching on time. You just kind of pick and choose. But it was so much fun. Like, that was just like to get you amped up and ready to go. And then they let you in. They let you in the arena. You run around. You look at more merch. You buy more merch, food, whatever. And then it's showtime, baby. 7 o'clock comes. I went and got I think, did I get the Grave Digger shirt before that or after that? I can't remember if I got it I think I got it intermission. But yeah, first I had my Twisted Metal shirt on, one of my Twisted Metal shirts, with a Sweet Tooth ice cream truck, and he's like got like a weapon ready, like hanging out of it, and like, ready to go. And like someone was like, "Oh, dude, I love your shirt." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, that's cool." And then I got the Gravedigger shirt on and I just put it right on top of this one. So it was cool. But the racing. So you got your categories. You got the racing category. You got the stunt category. And you got freestyle after that. Freestyle is my favorite. It always has been, always will be. But the racing, this was cool. So the final race for the night, it was between my 2 favorites, Gravedigger and Son of a Digger. Now, the drivers of these trucks is Adam Anderson drives Gravedigger, and then Ryan Anderson drives Son of a Digger. There's also two other Andersons. Dennis Anderson. I got 4 kids as far as I know. Or maybe there's a 5th. I don't know. But I know of these out of them 4. Weston Anderson and Kristen Anderson. They also drive variations of Gravedigger. And it's funny because I always had this idea in my head. I said it in the story time, the Monster Truck Up Chuck story time. I said it there and I'm going to say it again here. With that, I've always pictured like, oh, what if they did like, since now there's 4 of them, you got Adam Anderson taking over Gravedigger for his dad, Dennis Anderson. You got Ryan Anderson driving Son of a Digger and doing his thing. Dude, he's crazy. He is awesome. But we're going to get into that in a minute. And then I've always had the idea of like, oh, what about Weston and Kristen? Like, have variations of Gravedigger, but like he drives like a black and orange variation, and then she could do like a black and purple. Because I've always had a cool idea, like, oh, what if she, does her own truck and calls it the Digger's Daughter or Daughter of a Digger? I think it'd be sick, and then it could be like a black and purple color scheme. Well, my what do you call whatever this is, premonition, my idea is a legit thing, kind of. There is a black and orange and a black and purple Gravedigger, and they both drive them. I was like, are you kidding me? It may not have been the design I thought in my head, but it was still those 2 color schemes for each of them. I'm like, oh my God. How crazy is that I thought of that, and then it legit happens, because I found it on one of the Monster Jam shows, like on YouTube. I was like, oh my God, they actually did it. Well, there we go. That's been realized. Lovely. Great. But anyway, I'm blabbing. You see what I mean? We're in this now. We're blabbing. So let's get back to it. So the final race comes down, and it is Gravedigger versus Son of a Digger, and I didn't care who won. I was like, I don't give a shit who wins. I both love them. They're both my favorites, so this is a good race for me. And I can't remember who won because it don't matter, because they're both my favorites. So anyway, the 2 skills. Now the next thing is 2 skills challenge, where you can either do 2 skills or 1 donut, which kind of sucks. I wish they could just do 2 skills, and like whether it's a donut or not, like keep the. I mean, I get why they could do like you're only allowed to do like 1 donut if you pick to do a donut. But come on, man, just like let the donut be a thing. Let them do a donut if they want. Like, don't make that just like, oh, you get to do 1 donut and that's it. But anyway, I will say, dude, JCB Digatron knows his shit. Like, he is the master of the skills challenge, I gotta say. I mean, his truck theme, like, it's like a tractor thing. Like, I mean, it's not, I'm not into all that, but it's still pretty cool. Like, the dude's good. The driver's really good. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. And so then it was like intermission time. That's when I got the shirt. We got some food. And then we go back. And it's time for freestyle, baby. Gravedigger's out first. He kills it. And you got all the other trucks, but I'm just jumping ahead to the end because Son of a Digger, Ryan Anderson, went last. And he absolutely killed it. So he's got a good run going, And then he goes to the Morgan and Morgan backflip. And then you think he's going to like roll over. He doesn't. He saves it. And then he just full throttle, pedal to the metal. Like, this dude was not letting up. He did this huge jump. So he goes right from the backflip right into this huge jump across the whole arena. He lands. And he was about to eat it, but then this is the best part of the whole night. He's the only one that did this damn trick. He ends up rolling over on his side and then floors it and gets a full-on sidewall out of it. He gets out of it and spins around into a donut, and then he saves it. It was, oh my God. Like, I have the video up on my Facebook, on my Instagram. Probably should upload it on the Twitter and Blue Sky. I don't know about YouTube because I don't want to get pinged for music and all that stuff. I'm always concerned about that. But anyway, dude, Oh man, he was the only one that did a sidewall that night. He had the best run of the night with freestyle, especially with that save. Oh my god, it was so cool to see that in person. Oh my god, it was so fun. And then ever since, like, I've always been in the monster trucks. You guys hear the story time, you guys know. Um and if you don't know, go check that video out. But yeah. Uh yeah, the this was just so cool. Ryan kills it. He always kills it. And I love how it's like back in the day, like I was not a fan of Tom Meents and Maximum Destruction because it was Gravedigger's rival. And obviously now I'm like, oh man, like because you find out like all the drivers, they're not all like hating each other and they're all buddies, they're all friends, they all compete. It's like friendly competition type shit. Like they root each other on. Like when Ryan did that save, I have it in the video, and then you could see it on the screen on the side. It's like all the other drivers are like going, yeah, they're freaking out, they're loving it, they're cheering them on. So I love it. And I've always said, if my blind ass wasn't visually impaired, this is probably what I would be doing because I said that shit when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I want to be a monster truck driver. I can't do it because of my eyes. But if I was able to, this would probably be what I would be doing. For sure. Monster trucks. So my top hobbies, whatever interests, my top things that is just like I'm like obsessed with, that I know my shit, is filmmaking. Well, I mean, I don't know all my stuff about filmmaking. I just do what I sorry, I hit the mic. But I just do what I do. One man show type shit, you all know. Filmmaking, editing, acting, writing, all that stuff I bunch up into my my favorite thing. That's number one. After that, everything's interchangeable. So you got other things I love, obviously VR. Oh my god, I love VR so much. So we got that. Obviously, Monster Jam. That's my other thing, my favorite thing. And then we're going to go 4. Obviously, how could I not leave? I can't leave out Horror Nights. Obviously, that's the big thing that I look forward to every year as well. I want to get 5. So we got filmmaking, Monster Jam, Horror Nights, VR, and I don't know. I hit the mic again. Sorry. This is how we're rocking this podcast. But anyway, those are like at least my top 4, like my like obsession things and whatever. But yeah, Monster Jam was awesome. Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, Pit Party, Gravedigger, Son of a Digger, all these other trucks that were there. It was so much fun. Hopefully one day I'll be able to go to the World Finals, wherever that is, whether it's in Vegas or I think it's in Atlanta this year. So they kind of move it around, which is interesting. But yeah, I think that might be it for the Monster Truck stuff. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to talk about Monster Jam Showdown because I've been playing that game like a madman. I got that game for my birthday or Christmas from my aunt who gave me an Amazon gift card. And at first, Monster Jam Showdown was digital on the PlayStation Store, and I was like really thinking about getting it. And then, obviously, I didn't. But then I saw that the sale was going on Amazon for the same price, and I was like, "Oh, my aunt gave me a gift card. I might as well use it." So I got it for free instead of paying for it for $30. Normally, it's 50, I think. But yeah, this game is amazing. I'm unlocking so many trucks. I'm getting better at it. Now it's getting a bit difficult because I'm in the I'm starting to unlock the legend arenas and all that stuff, so it's getting a bit difficult, but that's good. So yeah. There's also another I found out someone on YouTube actually like gets a bunch of people together. I guess they pick their truck and he edits it and whatever, and he announces it like it was a real live like Monster Jam event happening, but it's with the game Monster Jam Showdown. I might try my hand at that. I kind of want to dip my toes into that. I want to be a part of it. I want to try that. Hopefully, if I do that, I can be Thunder Roars. That'd be pretty cool. because he's one of my favorites, or Ice Cream Man or something. But they treat it like it's a real show. Like you can't go out of the lines in the racing. You'll get penalized. Like if you roll over during best trick or freestyle, like that's it. You can't reset. No using the boost. None of that stuff. So maybe I'll get involved in that. Who knows? Sounds like it could be fun. But yeah, Monster Jam. It was amazing. If I wasn't visually impaired, that's what my blind ass would be doing. And I would totally make like a, well, even if I could do it now, even if I'm visually impaired, I would totally make it like a blind eye, like monster truck, or call it Blink or something. I don't know, with a red, black, and white color scheme. Those are the blind eye colors. Yeah, buddy. But yeah. All right. I think I'm done blabbing about monster truck stuff. Well, real quick, I'm also going to start a damn monster truck collection with these little figures. So why not? It's fun. So there we go. I think that's everything for Monster Jam. So I think it's time to move on to the next topic. But before we do that, I'm going to give you all a nice little tease at a future story time. I think that's a good idea. So we're going to bring it back to the first story time that I did, but obviously a different situation. So this one is about my great aunt Jen, and you all.
Ever wonder what it's like to go insane? To go completely and utterly mad? Well, look no further. Blind Eye Productions presents Lunatic, a film of thrilling suspense, mind-bending horror, and absolute madness. Witness the lunacy with your very own eyes. You lose your mind, guaranteed.
All right, let's get back into this. The next topic we are going to discuss is the damn flu A bullshit. So right after Monster Jam, right? Everything went great and it was fun. And the next day, so it's Sunday and Monday, I was feeling good, no sick, no nothing. I was feeling great. And then Tuesday morning comes around. I wake up. I'm feeling like shit. So this was a whole big thing that lasted about, it was definitely over a week. I would say maybe 9-10 days, as that's how long this thing lasts, minimal. And well, first I'll say that first mom got sick for 2 days, the week before that. And then Eric, my stepdad, he started getting sick. And his lasted a couple days. And then I get sick. But I got it the worst, and I must have got it at the damn monster truck show. So Tuesday, I'm in bed all day, not doing nothing. Wednesday, in bed all day, not doing nothing. When I mean nothing, I didn't do jack shit. I wouldn't eat anything. I just couldn't eat anything. I didn't drink enough water, and I drink water every day. I'm a madman when it comes to drinking water, and I'll even get them squeeze flavored things, a little liquid thing. You just, do a few squeezes in the drink, and there you go, flavor it up. I wasn't even drinking those. And so Wednesday night, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom again. I've been going to the bathroom a lot that day and the day before, if you know what I mean. So Wednesday night, I'm about to go to bed. I'm like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom again. And I do my thing, and as I'm going to wash my hands, I do that, and I would dry off my hands, And then this is where you thought the flu A was bad enough on its own. It's about to get worse for me. So here we go. Drying off my hands. And then I remember like crouching on the floor, and I went and stood back up. And the next thing you know, nothing. Out like a light. I passed out and on the bathroom floor. My mom and stepdad had just gone to bed. So now we're switching to their perspective. They hear this loud crashing, thud, whatever, something falling. So they immediately get up out of bed. And thank goodness I had the bathroom door open, because I was like just about to leave the bathroom when all this happened. So they get up. They think it's my grandma. Mom thinks it's her mom. And then they see my ass laying on the floor. No shirt on, no socks on, just my sweatpants. And then now this is where I wake up. And I wake up and like my stepdad, he's like, "Hey, Doug, are you okay? Oh, are you all right? Can you hear me?" Can like making sure that I'm okay. And I remember I was opening my eyes, my vision was all blurry. And then of course my mom, obviously, she's like freaking out, being all hysterical and crying, and rightfully so. I mean, I don't blame her. I would do the same shit. And so basically we got the ambulance called over here. They went and put me on the stretcher. I had a big gash in the back of my head. Like I fell, like we don't even know how I fell. Like, did I hit the counter on the way down? Did I just go and boom, hit the floor full force? And so they put me on the stretcher. And apparently on the way from leaving the house to the ambulance, which wasn't right down the end of the driveway, not that far, apparently I passed out again. And then so they get me in the back of the ambulance, they put an IV in my left arm, and then that wasn't really working, so he had to put it in the other arm. And then I remember I woke up, I was in the back of the ambulance, I was like, "Whoa, what in the hell's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, man, you passed out again." I was like, "Oh shit." And so then I'm sitting in the ambulance. Then I felt like I had to throw up, which I didn't. I just kind of like dry heaved a few times, and I didn't throw up. But apparently, with all this stuff happening, with me having to go to the bathroom constantly and not drinking enough water and all this stuff that I normally do, that's why I done passed out and hit my head on the floor. So we go to the hospital. They do the CT scan, like everything is good. My heart's good. No concussion, no cracks in my skull or nothing. I got I got lucky is what I got, because I also landed on my arm and I had a bruise on my arm. My arm hurt a little bit, like around my elbow. So I'm lucky I didn't like break an arm or a leg or something on the way down. You know what I mean? So, and then in my right eye, my bad eye, as I like to call it, those who know, there was a new floater that was there. And I was like, oh shit. Cause that was the first thing I said when I was able to muster up, when I was able to muster up strength, as I'm laying there on the floor, like they put a pillow under my head and like waiting for the ambulance to get there. And the first thing I said, the first thing I always say when shit like this happens, I'm like, "Hey, as long as I don't lose my vision and go blind, we're good. I don't care what happens." And that's true. I don't know what I would do if I ever lost my vision. That would suck. But anyway, so we get to the hospital and everything's all good, CT scan, all that. The doc had to put 3 or 4 staples in my head. And so he does it and he's like, "Oh, hold on. I don't like how I did that. Let me redo it." So I'm like, okay, so I got the full experience. I got him getting put in, then taken out, then put back in again. I'm glad he saw his mistake and corrected it. Normally, I bet you any other doctor would have just like, it's fine. But I'm glad that he saw his mistake and he admitted to his mistake and he corrected it, which is cool. So for like the next week, over a week, I was taking Tylenol, these red pills for the sick, sleeping pills, not every night, but some nights. Oh my God. And it was still hard to eat. Like I could barely like eat anything. And then eventually I just got better and better, like more rest, more sleep. But man, this flu A shit is no damn joke. You do not want this shit. Trust me. It sucks. Like my body was constantly like shivering, but I also felt like hot and sweaty at the same time. And I was just constantly like moaning and groaning. Like I just didn't want to do nothing. Like that flu, no joke. I hope I don't get it again or another variant of it again. Yeah, and on top of that, me falling and hitting my head also added to my recovery, which made it even longer. Mom had an art show at the Tangerine Festival. That was the first time I ever missed out on an art show, which sucked because I heard that place was fun. They said it was a good time, and I'm like, damn, I missed it. But Mom's got a art show this weekend and next weekend, so I'll be going to those. We're back in full force. So yeah, that I think that might be it for my segment. Well, I like you could tell I was getting better. Like once I brought out the portal, I was like I was feeling a little better, and then like the next day or two, I was kind of like, ugh. So it was it was kind of fluctuating there a little bit. But we're back. We're all good now. Like, and it sucks because every time I get something good going, some bullshit has to happen. Like you guys saw all throughout January, I was putting out a video every week. I said I was going to do that once a week, at least try to see how long I can keep that going. And then like this episode of the podcast was supposed to be out after we went to Monster Jam, but then I got sick and hit my head. So yeah, that's why there hasn't been any videos uploaded on the channel for like the past month. But we're rocking this now. I'm excited. Like I said, new logos, new intro theme, all that good stuff. And yeah, so it was a hell of a week. I'll just say that. Well, longer than a week, but still, it was insane. So I think that's all I got to say about the flu A bullshit and me hitting my head. So let's move on to the main topic of the episode today, and that is going to be the Twisted Metal Season 2 trailer. Let's do this. All right, you guys, let's get into this. This is the topic I wanted to save for last. Oh, I'm so excited. So, we finally got our first trailer for Twisted Metal Season 2, as well as a new poster. So we're going to start out with the poster before we get into the good stuff. The poster, Sweet Tooth is front and center, obviously driving his iconic ice cream truck with the flaming hair. It was funny because I didn't notice this. I didn't realize, because I thought it was just him holding out his hand and putting up two fingers for, season 2. Oh no. My blind ass didn't realize at first that he's holding a severed hand out of the car and it's holding up the two fingers for season 2. That's funny. I had no idea. It took me I didn't notice it right away. Probably about until someone mentioned it in a video or something. I can't remember how I looked at it again. I'm like, oh shit. Didn't realize that. All right, trailer time. Let's go. So, obviously, Anthony Mackie is coming back as John Doe. I forget the actress's name. I think her name is Stephanie, but she's coming back as Quiet. My boy who drives Hammerhead in the games, Stu, is back. Obviously, Sweet Tooth is back. And another thing I didn't notice was, I noticed it, but I didn't know. So basically, they fixed his eye in his mask from the end of season 1 where he gets shot. And I had no idea that it's a piece of a baseball that he stitched into his eye. That's so funny. And he's also got a piece missing out from his mouth. So we're going to see a little bit more of like his face, just like tiny little glimpses. Let's see. In the trailer, he slams his machete down on someone's head and they actually don't cut away. They actually see it a little bit in the trailer, which is cool. Now, since season 2 is going to be all about the tournament, it's about damn time. Since we had no idea about is the fire hair at the end of season 1. I wonder if they're going to do something similar to that. And I wonder if Sweet Tooth's truck is going to turn into the mech from either Twisted Metal Black or Twisted Metal 2012. Either one. I think that would be insane. Like, Sweet Tooth has had like this whole idea is like he knows he's going to be in Twisted Metal. He just wants to cause chaos and destruction. And that would just be perfect if it came down to like him and John Doe maybe, or him and Stu, or I don't know. Maybe he's just like, all right, we're going to go crazy. Let's go. And then he turns into the mech and oh my God, that would be insane. But anyway, in the trailer, I wrote down a bunch of notes for this. So we have a wide shot of the garage with all the contestants' vehicles. New characters are spotted, original characters, probably cannon fodder just so they can have people getting blown up, because you need people to die. It's like, that's the point. Let's see. A new one that I saw from watching, the trailer a million times and watching people break it down. There was stuff that I missed, but let's see. There's a yellow vehicle that says Snowbirds on the side. It looks like they use like a plow machine on the front of it, so that's got to be new. OG characters. So here we go. Junkyard Dog is spotted. Junkyard Dog is from Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal 2012. Goggle Eyes. It looks like they're switching up the driver. It doesn't look to be a male. I guess it's a female from another video I watched. I was like, oh, damn, I didn't realize that was a chick. But it says Roach Coach on the side. And yeah, Goggle Eyes from Twisted Metal 4. They're probably going to change up the driver, but that's cool. I don't care. As long as we're getting like these cool characters coming in, that's all I care about. And it's a good story and all that stuff. And we're going to get to my favorite character here in a minute. Flower Power, who is from Twisted Metal 4, who was in season 1 of the show. I guess the past actress from season 1 isn't coming back, so I think maybe this is a new actress playing the same character, or maybe it's a variant of Flower Power, like a different version, or maybe it's a whole new character altogether. Like maybe it could be Grasshopper, who knows? But anyway, let's see here. Another one they changed up. It's another character that clearly shows up in this trailer is Raven. It's obviously Raven. She looks like Raven from Twisted Metal Black. She's also in Twisted Metal 2012, I believe. But yeah, black is the look here. Because she's got the voodoo doll. Like, that's Twisted Metal Black Raven written all over it. But Raven was already in season 1, played by Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott from the Scream movies. If you didn't know, now you do. Not sure why she's not coming back. Probably because of filming for Scream 7, maybe. That might be why. Maybe there was a whole thing. Who knows? But I don't know. There's something going on there. So that's going to be interesting to see what goes on there. Another character. So at least you got like maybe possible recasts of Raven and Flower Power. One character who is not returning at all, unfortunately, is I'm going to screw the name up. I want to say it's Jason. Oh, man. I think it's Jason Sudeikis. I want to say that's his last name. I could be wrong. But anyway, the actor that plays Preacher in Twisted Metal Season 1. There was just scheduling stuff and it didn't line up. So unfortunately, he's not coming back for Season 2, which sucks because at the end of Season 1, Calypso's putting up his picture on the roster. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. Maybe he can come back for Season 3 or something. That'd be pretty dope. Another character spotted was ATV. This vehicle is in Twisted Metal head-on. Dollface gang member appears to be driving that vehicle, so that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Dollface was at the end of Season 1 and is John Doe's sister, so that's going to be a really cool dynamic to see how they rock this here. So Dollface has a gang, the Dollface gang, Dollface is from Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal 2012. Different variants, different variations, same character, just different stories and whatnot. So She's got a new mask compared to the one from season 1. I think I like the one from season 1 better. The one for season 2 looks like more like elongated. Maybe it's just to fit her face more, but it'll grow on me. But let's see. Dollface gang members are on top of a vehicle, just like cruising and chilling and going whoa and like having fun. Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm has pretty much been in all of the Twisted Metals 1, 2, 3. He was Captain Grimm in Twisted Metal 4, Twisted Metal Head On. He's in 2012. He's in all of them. In season 1, the skull on his helmet was red, and now for season 2, it's white. So that's probably just like a design choice. He does have his scythe, which looks really cool. Like it's made out of freaking scrap parts, which looks sick. Now, with Twisted Metal, you don't know if we weren't sure if they're going to do a grounded thing, like realistic, or if they're going to go supernatural. Well, this trailer just answered that question because Mr. Grimm is shown sucking out somebody's soul. So we're definitely getting supernatural elements introduced, which is good. Thank goodness for that, because that's Twisted Metal. Now, this tease is in the blink and you miss it, and he's also at the end. From Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3, Twisted Metal Black, Twisted Metal Head On, and Twisted Metal 2012, Axel is coming into Twisted Metal Season 2. And a lot of people want Terry Crews to play him, but the actual actor will be Michael James Shaw, who played Mercer in The Walking Dead. So he's going to kill it. He is going to kill it. Would Terry Crews be cool? Hell yeah, that'd be cool. That's just a fan cast. But this dude, Michael James Shaw, is going to kill it. Like you could see him standing in the background with his vehicle. Very hard to see because he's in the background and he's kind of like faded out, like you can't really see him. But you see him at the end where he puts his fist inside the wheel and it's like, oh yeah, buddy, let's go. Now I got a few ways. I got a couple ways this can go down with him. He's either going to be a badass and he's going to show everybody what's up. He's going to go out there. He's going to kick ass. Or as soon as he rolls out, maybe he gets a few hits in on somebody else, but I think it'd be kind of funny since like the whole joke is like, oh, it's so ridiculous. Like, how does he like not get hit? Because in the game, you can blow his arms off. His arms get blown off and you're still driving. So that'd be crazy if they did something like that where he comes out and then he just gets boom, just pummeled with a bunch of bullets right away. That would kind of suck because we want to see him in action, but it'd be funny. Maybe they'll do both. Maybe they'll have him come out, be a badass, do his thing, and then he just gets completely, like one bullet's going to take his ass out. He gets shot in a certain spot, and he's probably going to be done. Then he's just going to get riddled with bullets, and it's going to be nuts. But we'll see what they actually do. So, yeah, now we're going to talk about my favorite character of all. Here we go. This character has been in every single game, and it is none other than my favorite character, my boy Calypso. And in the show, they teased him in season 1, just the voice, but it wasn't the same actor who's going to be playing him here. It was just like a little tease, if that was even Calypso. I'm sure that was in season 1. But anyway, season 2, Calypso is going to be here in all his glory, supernatural powers and all. And he is being played by Anthony Kerrigan, who played Victor Zsasz in Gotham. He's going to kill it. He is going to absolutely crush this, and I cannot wait to see what they do. Because he's got the suit. He looks like Calypso from Twisted Metal 2012. He's got the suit, the longer hair. I didn't notice at first, but he doesn't have eyebrows. I never noticed that right away. Another thing I didn't see right away until I saw it later. I was like, oh, dude, he doesn't have no eyebrows. That's an interesting look. At first, I was kind of like, oh, that's Calypso. But now I'm just like, holy shit, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. And now I'm wondering, I got a couple ideas where they could go with him. Since he was bald in Gotham, like he could get wrecked. Something could happen. He can get his ass beat. And maybe like he would get the burnt face from like Twisted Metal 2. I bet you they're going to do something like that. Or if they wanted to go crazy, if they wanted to go Twisted Metal Black, have his hair get freaking burnt off and he gets like that fake black eye in his eye. Like, I don't know. There's so many different ways they could go with Calypso. Let me make sure I got all my ideas out here that I wrote down. Maybe he will get his face burnt, look like Calypso from Twisted Metal 2. Maybe Twisted Metal Black if they wanted to go that far. He's gonna have supernatural wish granting powers. Let me just be sure we got everything. I can't wait to see his betrayal, my favorite character. And that's pretty much it. We get him saying, "I am Calypso, and I invite you to compete." So you know they're going to have him say the classic line, "I am Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal." Maybe he'll say a variation. Maybe he'll say, "I am Calypso, and I thank you for watching Twisted Metal." Who knows? But I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I don't do trailer reactions just because, copyright and all that stuff. I'm not going to like do a live stream and watch all the episodes. Maybe I'll review each episode as it comes out, unless the whole season drops like I did the first time. But if we get episode weekly releases, I'll definitely do it. But I'm going to talk about season 2 no matter what. So I'm blabbing. This is only the teaser trailer, and the only thing about a release date that we've got for season 2 is that it's summer 2025. And that's all we got. And I cannot wait to see what goes down with season 2. Hopefully we get season 3 and 4 and it just keeps going. I really want a new game. That's what it comes down to. I want a new game so bad, just like so many of us want a new Twisted Metal game. But hopefully that'll happen. I know Fire Sprite was doing something, but I guess it got canceled. Like Sony wanted to do a different direction. It was going to be a live service thing. I don't know. Hopefully it ain't dead in the water. Hopefully we get something Twisted Metal video game related, whether it's live service or something. Single player, classic. I don't know. A mixture of a little bit of everything. As long as you got a story mode, online, that's all I want. Then we'll be good. So that's it for all the topics. That's it. I mean, I could blab some more, but I don't really want to. I've been doing this for a little bit here. So, taking it easy. Nice little reboot, relaunch of the podcast. So, obviously, we got the new Blind Eye logo. The new logo, I made it instead of a red eye. It's now brown to match mine. New blood splatter around the eye instead of on it, which looks pretty cool. New Blind Eye Productions logo with the film strip, a new Blind Eye Podcast logo with the sound waves coming out on each side of the eye, which looks cool. And obviously you got the new intro, which will also be the new outro. That should be playing right now. Let me tell you, it was it was a bit of a pain because I wanted to make sure I got everything done before I recorded all this. So the intro took a bit. And that little commercial break took like another day to, get that all figured out and written and all that stuff. And hey, you never know. You never know what kind of commercial breaks might pop up in the next episode. You never know. You might get 1, you might get 2, you might get 3, and all of them are going to be different every time. Unless I reuse like the one I used here. But anyway, I'm blabbing. This is awesome. New look, new logo, new theme, new everything. Blind Eye Podcast relaunched, rebooted, reprogrammed, whatever. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, go and check out the other 2 episodes that are in the playlist. Check out the channel. Obviously, as you all know, I got film stuff since I'm a filmmaker. That's like my main passion. Original films such as the Lunatic franchise trilogy, 1 and 2 at least. The Narrator anthology series. There's the Closet Creatures, the Abductors. I'm working on more stuff with that. Evolution, which is basically a montage of everything I've ever done with you'll see Lunatic there, you'll see the Narrator, you'll see the fan film stuff, some director stuff, some Scarecrow stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to check out on the channel as far as film stuff. With all of my original stuff, I like to do my own original music as well. I make it all on GarageBand and now BandLab on my iPad Pro. So that way I don't got to worry about copyright and all that crap on YouTube. I just do it all. It's all original, one-man show. One-man show, visually impaired, blind-ass motherfucker over here doing this shit. So, so yeah, there's also music stuff that I do. I do original stuff. You know, all that cool stuff. I don't got to worry about copyright. And then there's also video game stuff. I mainly do VR stuff because I love VR so much. I got one video game review out of of Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 1. I need to do a review for part 2, and there's so much stuff I want to do. So much stuff I want to do. So many ideas, like concept trailers that'll be a thing. Like, it's just an idea, but I won't make it a full thing unless people want it. But we'll see about that. I'm just blabbing now. This outro's going on for long enough. So anyway, you know what to look for on the channel. Movie stuff, video game stuff, music stuff, now podcast stuff. Check out the channel if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that typical YouTube shit that everybody says. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening, watching, whatever. That's it. I'm blabbing. And I will see you all for whatever comes. Oh, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, all at Real Blind Eye. Yeah, I'm always doing something. Quick reviews, soda drinks, alcoholic drinks, energy drinks. And I put little shorter versions of the story time to entice people to check out the full videos over here. And, yeah, buddy, I'm blabbing. This outro's going on for way too long. Check out the channel, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. And, yeah, I'll see you all for whatever comes next.